Esteban the Moor was born in 1500 in Morocco as Mustafa Azamor. Little is known about his early life. We know that he was taken captive and enslaved during the conquest of Morocco. He was taken to Spain by a nobleman by the name of Andres Dorantes de Carranza. By all accounts, Azamor was a practicing Muslim before his arrival in Europe. Seeking riches and adventure, Dorantes assigns himself to join an expedition to the New World. Now enslaved, Azamor travels with him. Hey guys, I know it's been a while since you've seen me last, but here we are. We are in the state of New Mexico on the Zuni Pueblo with the Zuni people, and we are here to discover, and I should say, when I say the Zuni Pueblo and the Zuni people, I mean this is a Native American reservation. And I know you're thinking, why are you on a Native American reservation? It has nothing to do with Black history, but actually it does. And you are going to see and hear the tale of Esteban the Moor, also known as Estebanico, also known as Black Stephen. The Zuni Pueblo is located about 30 miles south of Gallup, New Mexico. Don't forget to check in at the visitor center and meet your guide. All right, guys, so hopefully y'all can hear me because I'm by a road, but I just got to the Zuni Visitor Center where I have scheduled my tour. We're going to be going to Hawiku. That is ancient ruin site. It is also the, I'm going to call it the death place, the burial site of Esteban the Moor. I'm just waiting on my tour. I bought my permit to take photographs and video, and we are going to be on our way soon. I've just met up with my Zuni tour guide, Otto Lucio, and we're on the way to Hawiku Ruins, which is located about 12 miles from modern-day Zuni. It's also a protected archaeological site by tribal, local, and federal laws. Don't get in trouble. Make sure that you go with an authorized tribal guide from the Zuni's Visitor Center. One staple to be sure to bring on this tour, water. Just like anywhere else in the Southwest, it's hot. Esteban's journey to the Americas seems ill-fated from the start. Their trip through Hispaniola, Cuba, and Florida caused many deaths and desertions. When they reach the coast of Texas, they're held captive by some Cacachuan natives for several years before making an escape. The original group of 500 plus has now dwindled down to 4 survivors. Esteban and his group of fellow survivors arrive in Mexico City. They spend the next few years dazzling the colonial Spanish officials with embellished tales of their journey, describing overly developed indigenous cities rich in gold, silver, and other metals. These tales garner enough curiosity to send an expedition headed by Esteban and Friar Marcos Demise. Esteban traveled days ahead of Demise and used native scouts to signal the wealth of the upcoming town by using crosses. Oh, I thought he was just a couple of hours or a day. No, he was a week?
Yeah, at least 5 days ahead.
And then he would send the scouts back.
Yeah.
To tell what he saw on the way.
Right. And so when he was getting here,
the bigger the cross, the wealthier the town. According to legend, when Esteban reached Hawiku, he sent a cross back as big as a person. My Zuni guy says that it's quite possible when Esteban caught view of Hawiku, he mistook corn drying on the Pueblo roofs for gold. One thing historians are pretty sure about, Esteban the Moor met his demise here. In Zuni culture, Kachinas are divine and ancestral spirit beings who interact with humans. Okay guys, so behind me I have a rendition, a depiction of an actual Zuni Kachina, what they look like. Let me get y'all out the sun. And actually there is a fence that is full of them. And they say that this is one of the spirits, the Kachinas, that they thought that Esteban looked like, which is why, he met an untimely demise. After Esteban was killed, Friar Demise eventually caught up and reached the outskirts of Hawiku. On his arrival, he was told of Esteban's demise by the remaining survivors. Frightened, Demise hightailed it back to Mexico City. All right, guys, this is the end of this episode about Esteban the Moor. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. It is hot, so I'm ready to go inside. Do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. We are also on Instagram. And don't forget to check out our new website, blackhistorytravelchannel.com. See you next time.